Hello, ladies and gents. More on Epstein shit. Yeah, Epstein ties to Israel former PM Peter Thiel. Okay, so there is Peter Thiel thing. Bill Gates just got caught in 4K. Yeah, shit is happening. Yeah, this is obviously asmongold reaction. Sometimes I'm being sarcastic. I'm surprised that people don't pick that up. Anybody who's been watching my reaction for a long time knows, like I've been reacting to asmongold for a long time, right? I agree with asmongold and its common sense a lot of time, and obviously I'm joking because I know what's happening. So calm the fuck down. Don't just start to jam the keyboard there. Calm down. Let's do this one.
On tape advising former Israeli PM Barak to approach Palantir founder Peter Thiel.
There's two cyber companies. Look out, and even though I know Peter, I've never met Peter Thiel, and everybody says he sort of jumps around and acts sort of strange, like he's on drugs.
Smoking, yeah. He looks under drugs.
However, he has a company called Palantir, P-A-L-L-E-N.
Palantir, P-A-L-A-N-T-I-E-R?
Yes.
T-H-I-E-L-L.
See, guys, it's not just me. This goes all the way to the top.
He's talking about the verbal dyslexia.
So he thought that Peter would put you on the board of Palantir. Peter Thiel is one of the best. I've never met him. He's going to come here next week.
He's one of the best. I've never met him.
What they are? It's a lobbyist. What they are?
They are the biggest venture capital. Everybody, these are the smart boys.
I mean, to be fair, he's probably talking about his reputation, even though he didn't met him.
So those two companies right away.
Approved by Jeffrey Epstein.
I think.
How'd you get introduced?
It was Reid Hoffman in Silicon Valley introduced us in 2014. I probably was my moral weakness that I.
Well, how could you have known back then? He had never been arrested.
No, this was 2014. It was post arrest.
Oh, so his arrest was the first arrest, right?
Yeah,
which was like 2007.
Well, that's what happens.
Okay. But you assume he didn't go to jail for that long.
Right.
It was probably not as serious as alleged.
Yeah. When the shit went down and Epstein gets arrested for the second time, we're like, oh, well, there you go.
I've thought about it.
I've thought about it. Yeah, I bet. Ehud Barak hides his face as he enters Jeffrey Epstein's mansion.
Former Prime Minister Ehud Barak covering his face as he entered the convicted pedophile's home. This was back in 2016, and on the same day, a group of young women were also seen arriving at Epstein's home. Barak is already trying to distance himself from Epstein and their business partnerships.
Even more of it. What's the future of Israel?
I mean, something will happen in Iran. Maybe we'll succeed, maybe we won't. But the demography seems terrible. Nobody sane seems to be procreating, and everybody insane in their own way seems to have 5 children. If you're regular Israeli, you have 1.5 children.
I think the Arabs are growing slowly. They were 40 years ago, they were 16%, now they are 20%. We should be able to make...
So they're talking about like demographic changes.
Equality.
I'm glad AI is not integrated in everything. Otherwise, even the mic would have been like, time out, calm the fuck down. Everything's being recorded. What you doing? Every single word that comes out of your mouth is cancelable.
First to the rules, they are about 1%. They are totally Israelis in their behavior by security people.
Man, no way. No way. This is from Jeffrey Epstein. This is not me saying it. It's Jeffrey Epstein saying it. This is the way the Jew make money and made a fortune in the past 10 years. Selling short the shipping futures. Let the Goyim deal in the real world. Goyim were born to only serve us. Without that, they have no place in the world. This is insane. Stop being asymmetric. Listen, I mean, anybody, if you're looking at this stuff, you've got to fucking admit, this is crazy, guys. What are we doing here? Oh, this is a new one.
That clip, that's all. I'm surprised that clip is not triggering everything YouTube algorithm is. YouTube algorithm is like, every single second is triggering me. Yeah. How much shit is gonna pop up slowly, one by one? Israeli PM. Is something gonna happen? I mean, I'm genuinely asking, is something gonna happen? Like nobody gonna give a shit about this and people just walk away? Did Israel and current Prime Minister give any statement regarding this?
Bill Gates apparently did make a comment. Bill Gates breaks his silence on the latest release of the Epstein files. This is from today.
Every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that.
Part of that issue of trust brings me to Jeffrey Epstein. I want to know what your relationship with him was.
Yeah, I met Jeffrey in 2011. So over a period of 3 years, I had a number of dinners with him.
Yeah?
The focus was always...
So what about like the Russian hookers?
He knew a lot of very rich people, and he was
did.
saying he could get them to give money to global health. In retrospect, that was a dead end, and I've said many times, but I'll say again, I was foolish to spend time with him. I was one of many people who regret ever knowing him.
Right.
You've no doubt seen the allegations, including some of them from the last 24 to...
He's slightly... His body language like, I'm explaining shit. All right. Yeah. Many people like me regret knowing him. Why? Because everything got caught. Is that why? Okay.
48 hours. Are they true?
No, apparently Jeffrey wrote an email to himself. That email was never sent. The email is, false. So I don't know what his thinking was there. Was he trying to attack me in some way?
So let me get this straight. Jeffrey Epstein wrote an email to himself because he knew that after he was killed, the main thing that he wanted the public to know is that you were sleeping with Russian hookers and he wanted to give your wife a antibiotic so she wouldn't know that you transmitted an STD that you got from Russian hookers to her. And he knew this almost 10 years before he died.
And that he tried to get medication to treat a sexually transmitted infection, and that he was going to give you the medicine without you knowing.
I left my marriage. I had to leave my marriage. I wanted to leave my marriage. So whatever questions remain there of what I can't even begin to know all of it, those questions are for those people and for even my ex-husband. They need to answer to those things, not me.
And he did this to frame you specifically, to embarrass you for... Just listen, man. Really, just come out and say it.
But, it just reminds me...
Look, man, if nothing underage was involved... Yeah, Asmon is right. Just come out and saying, yeah, they were hookers, they were legal, whatever. I'm the richest man. Okay, fine. This is not a good look, but I'm not a politician either. But if underage thing was involved, yeah, you probably fucked at that point. So at this point, like, if you know that everything was legal, might as well come out. That is the only way to come out of all this shit.
Yeah.
Every minute I spent with him, I regret and I apologize that I did that.
The problem is some of the things that he has sent and some of the information about other people that has come up in those files has been true. Why would he...
The problem is that the other stuff was true. Why is the stuff about you not true? What a great question.
Do this and say this about you, do you think?
Yeah. Why would he do this?
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. I never went to the island. I never met any women.
He never went to the island. He never met any women. Well, if you didn't meet any women, why is there a photo of you next to a woman with her face blacked out? I mean, that seems very odd.
And so, the more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
Man, another Microsoft pro... Oh, God. How about that? Cooked? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, my God. No. No, guys.
Yeah. He got superpowers. All right. Look, okay, the first comment is getting interviewed instead of arrest is diabolical. Look, man, I'm with you, right? There should be something being done. But in the end of the day, law doesn't work by feelings. Law doesn't work like where the wind is flowing or whatever hyperbole there is. In the end of the day, there needs to be a proper evidence and proper things. If there are victims needs to come forward, go to court, say, I'm a victim, I'm here to testify. If that doesn't happen, some email here and there, some photo here and there, some leaked documents is not enough to prosecute anyone. That's insane. Like, yeah, nobody's getting arrested because nobody's coming forward, really coming forward. Like going to the court. I want to sue Bill Gates. Here are evidence. I was, like assaulted, this and that. If that shit doesn't happen, yeah, So in the end of the day, law works like that. You need something. You need hard things, right? Obviously, you be like, people's mouths will be shut off by, throwing money at things. But you could even argue like, okay, Senate needs to do something about like, you can't just pay money to people just to shut them off so they doesn't come forward in forward court, right? The shit like that happens a lot. That's like, there needs to be something about that as well. Like, isn't this like, like diverting a law somehow? A lot of time people shut mouths of people with like NDAs and things. That shouldn't be allowed. But that's a different, like a law-related thing, Senate thing. But right now, as a law stands, you need hard things. You can't just have hyperboles and words and like just think that it's floating in internet and that's enough as some evidence to like prosecute somebody. That's not how it works. So probably nothing will happen. That's fucked up. Somebody needs to come forward and go through court. All right, well, there you go. Shit is happening. If you like my reaction, subscribe and I'll see you next time.